pleasure to welcome Pete Hegseth again today.
Transatlantic ties are on the verge of complete breakdown. The rift has reached to a point of no return, and US is now openly not only humiliating Europe, but also courting Europe's arch-nemesis, Russian President Vladimir Putin. The tools to settle score with Europe are clear now: invitation and intimidation. Invitation from White House, intimidation from the Department of War. Here is what is happening. At the White House, Donald Trump has cracked open the door for Vladimir Putin. Asked about reports of inviting Putin to the upcoming G20 Summit 2026, Trump stopped short of confirming, but made his position clear, saying if Putin came, it would be very helpful. Trump went further, attacking the West's past decision to throw Russia out of the G8, calling it a stupid thing to do, and suggesting today's global conflicts may not have happened if Putin had not been isolated.
The opinion that you talk to everybody. I'm not one of these guys saying, oh, let's not talk to him. You know, there's a war going on, let's not talk to him. I like talking to everybody. If you're a smart person, if you have control over your emotions and all the other things you need control of, I'm somebody that believes in talking. I don't know of that. I don't know that he's coming. I doubt he'd come, to be honest with you.
That is a direct break from the Western consensus. Trump is not just reopening dialogue with Moscow. He is reframing the Ukraine war itself, reducing it to a personal clash between Putin and Volodymyr Zelensky. By doing so, Trump is sidelining Europe's core position and elevating leader-to-leader deal-making over alliances, institutions, and collective pressure.
It's also worth saying, this should not be America's fight alone. We barely use the Strait of Hormuz as a country. Our energy doesn't flow through there, and we have plenty of energy. Just look at the new global Congo line, headed to Texas. A beautiful picture. Europe and Asia have benefited from our protection for decades, but the time for free riding is over.
And that was just the beginning. Hegseth escalated further, directly targeting Europe's dependence and reluctance to act, making it clear Washington no longer sees itself as the automatic shield for European security or energy flows.
We are not counting on Europe, but they need the Strait of Hormuz much more than we do, and might want to start doing less talking and having less fancy conferences in Europe and get in a boat. This is much more their fight than ours.
The message was reinforced again, with a broader warning about alliances themselves. Hegseth made it clear that the US now expects capability, loyalty, and real contribution, not just political alignment.
I know there's a lot of talks. You saw I would call it a silly conference in Europe last week, where they got together and talking about maybe doing something eventually when things are done. Those are not serious efforts yet. We would welcome that. We would welcome a serious European effort to do something about this strait and this passage, considering it's their energy capabilities that are most at stake. I think it's a wake-up call.
Put together, the message from Washington is stark. Russia is no longer untouchable. Europe is no longer unquestioned. And American power will now be used selectively, aggressively, and transactionally. Invitation to Putin, intimidation for Europe. The transatlantic alliance is not just under strain. It is being fundamentally redefined, with consequences that could reshape the global balance of power.